Hello everyone. Welcome back to Jim's Movie Musings. Now, listen, I know I said that I was done reviewing original Netflix movies, but to be fair, since I've said that, I've reviewed uh, two old movies and one very little seen Filipino movie. And also, in the time that's passed since then, I've checked out a few original Netflix movies and I was quite impressed by one of them, namely the new film by Antoine Fuqua, the crime thriller The Guilty, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. It's basically a remake of a 2018 Danish film, and it's quite unique in its storytelling in that Jake Gyllenhaal is literally the only principal actor who appears on screen. Okay, how does this happen? Well, Jake Gyllenhaal plays Joe Baylor, an LAPD officer who gets busted to call center duty, working in the 9/11 center for an offense, a grave offense actually, that's not disclosed till much later in the film, and I won't spoil it for you. Anyway, while answering a call, he while answering calls, he learns of a woman, a very, very distressed woman, and piecing what he can together from what she says, he deduces that her children are in grave danger, especially when the daughter of the woman calls Baylor on the same line not long after, and it becomes a really frantic chase. I think a chase which basically involves Baylor calling all kinds of different people from the highway patrol to his bosses and the original caller back again. It's a frantic back and forth, with Baylor calling all kinds of different people in the course of the 90 minutes of the film's running time to see if he can save this woman or her children, and it's for such a film with such a very, very simple premise. The movie manages to achieve a lot in terms of storytelling. Okay, I mean, through use of moody music, through really effective voice acting from the likes of Riley Keough. I don't know how you say her name, Keith. I'm not sure you pronounce it. What do you call this? Peter Sarsgaard, who who plays who plays an apparently threatening man, and some very notable other voice actors like what do you call this? Like Ethan Hawke, who has a very brief cameo. And I just really like to reiterate at this point that you don't see any of these actors when they're doing their voice acting. Okay, and neither, for that matter, does Jake Gyllenhaal. He is basically acting against, well, probably people reciting the dialogue, but the intensity that Gyllenhaal generates is 100%. Well, maybe, I don't know, 90%, with another 10% coming from the music. But it's like 100. It's a huge percentage of where the tension comes from. This is a thriller. This is a thriller that involves a single guy on a telephone. This is not the first time that Hollywood has done something like this. The late Joel Schumacher in the year 2002 or 2003 directed a movie called Phone Booth, starring Colin Farrell, which involved a guy trapped inside a phone booth with a sniper outside. But there was a bit of a cheat there in that the sniper rifle was trained on Colin Farrell's character, and there were the occasional consequences outside of the phone booth. You could see something getting shot, and that sort of thing. This isn't like that. You can't see anything that's happening. Okay, in fact, that's part of the storytelling, because Baylor has to piece together what he needs to do by making phone calls, by breaking police protocol at some point, calling his partner, that sort of thing. And all while he's under investigation for something really serious. And it's basically down to Gyllenhaal being able to convey this with his face, with his voice. He gets to interact with a couple of actual actors on set, but minimally, minimally. This movie it's riveting to watch, not because it's particularly clever or inventive, but because it's a fantastic showcase of some really top-notch acting from Gyllenhaal here. I mean, he is just so good at creating tension. And the script isn't half bad either. I mean, the script kind of leads you one way. I mean, in an almost predictable way, and well, it manages to be compelling. I'll just say that. I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, but to circle back again, this is a fantastic Gyllenhaal showcase. I know it sounds strange that I'm essentially praising a movie that's all about one guy on a phone. But that's the wonder of this movie. It's genuinely impressive. I mean, what's even more impressive is that this movie was actually shot, number one, in 11 days, and number two, because of COVID-19 restrictions, Antoine Fuqua had to shoot the film remotely. He wasn't even on the set because of coronavirus fears. And yet the product managed to be genuinely impressive. Okay, so I just felt impressive enough that I felt it was worth breaking my embargo on reviewing original Netflix movies. Okay, what do I give this? Okay, I give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. That's not stellar, okay, because there's only so much you can get out of something like this. And well, it could have been better. Maybe it could have been better in some respects. But 7.5 out of 10 for a movie that just features a dude talking on the phone for like almost the entire running time. For me, that's no mean feat. So go out and check this out on Netflix. It's streaming right now. And by the way, Fearless Forecast, I wouldn't be altogether too surprised if Jake Gyllenhaal scores at least some awards recognition when the award season rolls around towards the end of the year and early next year. That's my hot take. Okay? So 7.5 out of 10. Check it out. And that's it for this review. You know the drill. If you like what you see, remember to give me a like and a subscribe. Bye.